For the most part, we don't argue with the casting choices made for movies. Most of us just want to enjoy a little escapism or see what's happening with our favorite superheroes, and we trust the process. But for the number of actors and actresses in Hollywood and the number of films made, there's bound to be a bit of competition and hurt feelings for passed over roles. Today, we're looking at 10 actors that didn't get a callback, or sometimes first audition, and why. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss a top 10 video. Number 10. Josh Hutcherson. You might know Josh Hutcherson best as the hunky and loyal baker, Peeta Mellark, from The Hunger Games. But he was almost cast in the titular role of Peter Parker in The Amazing Spider-Man. Oddly enough, he found out that he was on the short list of considered actors through the internet. He told Entertainment Weekly that his mom has Google alerts set up to catch information like this. He did record an elaborately choreographed tape for producers to consider. In the end, Andrew Garfield was cast in the role. Number 9. Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese Gibson is always good for a belly laugh when we see him in the Fast and Furious franchise, and usually plays a buff comedic sidekick in his projects. So it might be hard to picture him taking on the role of Green Lantern, a comic superhero with the power to create just about anything from the power of his ring. He claims that he's spurred on by fans, referencing fan art featuring his likeness. He's already had a couple of meetings about the possibility, but his role in Morbius is taking all his attention now. And it's rare for actors to appear in different roles within the same franchise, so his dream might be at an end. Number 8. Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman has already played in the comic universe as Hellboy, but he didn't want to stop there. He showed a lot of interest and made some noise, hoping to be cast as Cable in Deadpool. Perlman posted on his Instagram account claiming he's the only one with Cable's friggin' hair, and sharing some fan art featuring him as Cable. He took the campaign to Twitter, continuing to post humorous but serious content showing why he should land the role. A valiant effort, but it appears he didn't even get an audition. We love Brolin portraying the time-traveling quasi-bad guy, but would be interested to see what Perlman would have brought to the character. Number 7. Sam Heughan. This Scottish actor is best known for his role in the hit series Outlander, but had lofty goals of breaking into the American film spotlight by starring as James Bond. While film teams were casting for what would have become the Daniel Craig James Bond movies, Sam Heughan expressed interest. He auditioned for Casino Royale. He said that he didn't think he was on the shortlist for consideration. He was 20-something when he auditioned, and at the time, they had been looking for a young Bond, but changed their mind and focused on an older version of Bond who wraps his career by the end of the series of films. Number 6. George Clooney. George Clooney revealed that he nearly took Ryan Gosling's role away in The Notebook. When he was in the running for the role, he would have been playing the younger version of the leading male role, while Paul Newman would have played the older, current version of the character. Clooney bowed out of the competition for the role one day while the duo worked together. Clooney claims that he ended it because he couldn't play a younger version of Paul Newman. The two eventually agreed and pulled their names from consideration for the roles. Number 5. Idris Elba. Idris Elba is known for iconic Hollywood roles. His on-screen gravitas and distinct voice are desired for projects such as Heimdall in the Marvel Cinematic Universe or playing Luther in the hit TV series, with a movie in post-production. But he felt a calling to audition for a different type of role, Gaston in the live-action rendition of Beauty and the Beast. He said during an interview that he loves musicals, and he revealed that he'd auditioned for Gaston. He called up the team and said, "Listen, I want in." He sent in a tape of him singing but never got a callback. He's since dipped his toe into Disney waters with appearances in Zootopia, The Jungle Book, and Finding Dory. Number 4. Rebel Wilson. While we don't have a specific missed role to point to for Rebel Wilson, she's spoken out multiple times in interviews about facing struggles with being cast for one primary reason: her weight. Known as Fat Amy in the Pitch Perfect series of movies, she took the year 2020 to focus on her health. She comments that she undoubtedly lost out on roles because casting teams didn't take her seriously at a larger size. Her health focus was mainly for personal health reasons, although she figured that the change in perception in casting might be a bonus. While she's undoubtedly landed several roles in the last few years, she faced backlash even as she lost weight. Her own team questioned her decisions, asking why she would want to lose weight, her on-screen identity, when she was earning millions of dollars by being the funny fat girl. Number 3. Justin Timberlake. When Elton John got involved in the critical task of casting himself for the project Rocket Man, Justin Timberlake was one of the first people he thought of. Elton thought of Justin because of his involvement in the video for his song "This Train Don't Stop There Anymore." In that video, he wore a prosthetic nose to portray Elton and had done a respectable job imitating the larger-than-life Elton John. But he was never reached out to. The producer for Rocket Man, David Furnish, said that Timberlake was never officially approached because it was never the right time. Taron Egerton provided an Oscar-worthy performance, but it would be fascinating to see how it would have played out with the talented Justin Timberlake. Number 2. Jake Gyllenhaal. Sometimes you just have a bad day. It doesn't get much worse for Jake Gyllenhaal, though, who thoroughly flubbed an audition. He said that 2 things in particular ruined it for him. First, he was confused by his stage directions. He must not be a big Lord of the Rings fan because he was told to walk up to a box, open it, and take out a ring. Not realizing the ring is its own character, the source of ultimate power in Middle-earth, he flippantly pulled the ring from the box and did not give it the respect the One Ring demands. Secondly, he missed a critical note that his agents forgot to pass along. Director Peter Jackson was looking for auditions in an English accent. Not knowing this, he chose his Native American accent. Jackson was less than impressed. He told him, "You are the worst actor that I have ever seen." An embarrassing end to that audition, but Jake's film credits show that Jackson was perhaps a little harsh when calling him the worst actor he'd seen. Number 1. Elizabeth Olsen. Elizabeth Olsen is fresh off her wild success in the Disney Plus series WandaVision and most recently Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But she's still haunted by an audition that didn't go as planned. Did you know that we might have seen her play the Mother of Dragons in HBO's Game of Thrones? Emilia Clarke nabbed the role, rocketing her to stardom after 8 seasons. Olsen has said that she could only get in front of an assistant to the casting director and read some lines in a small room. The lines were the epic speech that Khaleesi makes when she emerges from a fire, taking on her role of mother to 3 precious dragons. She calls herself awful and says she never got a call back. We think she's made up for it with her role as the Scarlet Witch, another deeply psychological character. We hope you enjoyed today's list. Who's your favorite fan cast for an upcoming film? Are there any from our list today that you think would benefit from a reboot or recasting? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you never miss an upload from us. Until next time!